Okay, we need to talk. I'm not a person that gets into discussions. When I notice that people have very strong opinions, I try to keep my mouth shut and I swerve away from any sign of confrontation. But I've had it. I've had it. There is one thing that I will not be silenced about anymore, and that is raisins. I live in a world where I don't usually think that much about raisins, but it has changed because one of my friends will not stop sending me pictures of him eating raisins. Look, I don't care what raisins do in their spare time, but when they are affecting the people I love, it's getting personal. Hence, I am now making an open video letter to raisins. Dear raisins, what the fuck? Name one other fruit that insists on being consumed after it's dead and shriveled up into a tiny little fruit corpse. Why do you show up everywhere without an invitation and no warning? I live in constant fear because if I buy a pastry, I don't know if some random sicko has tried to sneak a raisin into it for no goddamn reason. Cookies aren't even safe anymore. Dear raisins, are you aware that identity theft is illegal? You little turds are not allowed to go around pretending to be chocolate chip and making everyone very excited, and then they take a bite of something and then everything they believe in just come crumbling down. Who decided to eat raisins for the first time? Some dude must have been the first to be like, hello, do you want to taste this shriveled up dead grape? And the other person was like, ew, no, what the fuck, Steve? Because what the fuck, Steve? There's no need to dry the grapes up. They're good when they're grapes. We don't need the extra step. We don't need another product out of it. No, the grapes are fine. Keep them as grapes. We don't need raisins. I'm getting very heated and like warm. Not only do they sneak their way into pastries, they also sneak their way into trail mixes. Do you know how many hours of my life I have spent just picking out raisins of trail mix? I could probably fix the economy in the same time that I have spent just picking out dead grapes from my trail mix. I don't think I've been more disappointed in my entire life than the one day I found a raisin in my ice cream. Yes, I can hear shocked gasps around the world. Raisins are like that really weird cousin that you don't want to invite to your birthday parties, but your mum says you have to, and then during the dinner they always talk about really weird, creepy stuff and pick their nose. And you're like, no one wants you here. Raisins, you're the cousin and no one wants you here. Leave. In conclusion, you, raisins, you can continue to live your life the way you want as long as I don't have to be bothered or see you and you don't interfere with my life. But if you continue the way you have been acting lately, I see no other choice than having to take drastic measures. And that's all. You can take that as you want. Sincerely signed, Anette Marie Logst. I just made an entire video about raisins. Thank you to everyone for coming to my unofficial TED Talk. If you would like to know when my next unofficial TED Talk, where I yell about pineapple and pizza, you can subscribe to my channel. And if you don't want to subscribe, I don't blame you, because I think I might have lost my mind when I finished writing a letter to raisins. Goodbye.